So in this video, we are going to learn how to add Zoom registrant in SendGrid as contact. Let's say you are conducting an online webinar or meeting using Zoom, and you have created a registration page in Zoom as well for the meeting or the webinar. Now you want that whenever a user is going to register for the meeting, you want to add the same person in SendGrid as well as a new contact. So let me tell you, you can completely automate this process. In this automation, as a new registration is going to happen in Zoom for a meeting or a webinar, we are going to add the same person with the same details as a contact in SendGrid. Now, if you want to learn how you can set up this complete automation all by yourself, for that, you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is my Zoom account. And in my Zoom account, I have created this meeting over here, Flavors of the World. Now I want that whenever I'm going to get a new registration, whenever using this registration link, a user is going to register for this meeting or this webinar on Zoom, I want to add the same person with the same details as a contact in my SendGrid account as well. Now to do this, we have to connect our Zoom account with SendGrid. And we are going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration platform. And here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. After creating the account and coming to this dashboard, we have to create an automation workflow over here. For that, click on this Create Workflow button and give this workflow a name. Let's say I'll name it as Zoom to SendGrid. After naming a workflow, just select the folder of the Pabbly Connect account in which you want to set up this automation and click on Create. And after clicking on Create, here you can see the workflow will open in front of us. In this workflow, you can see we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we are going to connect our Zoom account with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step, so that whenever we are going to receive a new meeting registration on Zoom, automatically the details of the same registration will be received inside Pabbly Connect as well. Then after that, using this Pabbly Connect automation, send the details of the same registration with the same user to SendGrid. And we are going to add that user, that registrant from Zoom as a contact in our SendGrid account. So let's see how it is done. Starting from a trigger window, in Choose App, we are going to search for Zoom and select Zoom triggers over here. Then after that, here in trigger event from this drop down, select the trigger event as configure webhook. Then just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here we have to connect our Zoom account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the token from our Zoom account. And to create this token, we have to create an app on Zoom Marketplace. Now you must be thinking how you can get this token and create this app. Don't worry, I'll show you the step-by-step process. We just have to follow the instructions given below over here. Now in the instructions below, you can see this is a Learn More button. We'll just click on it and it will take you to a page on Pabbly Connect's forum. And here on this page, you will get a step-by-step guide that how you can connect your Zoom account with Pabbly Connect and capture the details of a new registrant. Now, as per this page, as it is mentioned over here, we have to go to Zoom Marketplace and we have to build an app over here. To go to Zoom Marketplace, just go to your Zoom account. From the left sidebar, just scroll down and under Advanced tab, just click on this App Marketplace. In a new tab, we will open the Zoom App Marketplace, and to start building the app, click on this Develop option over here, and from this drop down, select Build App. After clicking on Build App, we have to select this option of General App over here and click on Create. Now, as we click on Create here, you can see this app will be created. First, let me rename this app. The by default name is General App 103. I'll name it as Zoom to SendGrid. You can basically give any other name as well. Then after naming the app, we will just scroll down and here we have to enter the auth redirect URL and auth allow list. Now where you will get this redirect URL? You will get this link over here on our forum page. So at this page, we will just scroll down and here you can see this is the URL. This is the redirect URL which we have to enter. Copy the URL from here, go to the app page over here and paste it over here. Enter the same URL over here as well. After entering the redirect URL and allow list over here, just click on continue. After clicking on continue, we will just scroll down and here you can see we have received this secret token. Just copy the secret token from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here in this connection window. After pasting the secret token, just click on save. And as we click on save, here you can see our Zoom account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now we have to add this webhook URL in the app which we have created in Zoom. For that, we will just copy the webhook URL from here, go to the same app which we are creating right now. We will just scroll down and you can see this option of event subscription. Just turn this button on and click on this add new event subscription button. Then here in choose a method, select the method as webhook, and in subscription name, you can basically give any other name of your choice. I'll name it as, for example, Pabbly Connect. You can give any other name too. Then in event, just click on this add event button, and because we want to send the data for a new meeting or webinar registrant to Pabbly Connect to this webhook URL, under meetings, we will just scroll down and select this event of meeting registration has been created. If you're setting up this automation for your Zoom webinar, in that case, just go to the webinar section and you have to select the option of webinar registration being created. But I'm setting up the automation for Zoom meeting, so I'm selecting this option of meeting registration has been created. Then just click on done. After clicking on done, it is asking us event notification endpoint URL. And here we have to enter the exact same webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us. Just copy the webhook URL from here, go to this app and paste it over here. After pasting this webhook URL, click on save. After clicking on save, we will just click on continue, and after that once again we have to click on continue. Clicking on continue over here, and here in the add scope page you can see by default whatever scopes or the permissions are required for the selected event, the permission is automatically selected. Let's click on continue over here once again, and it is done. We have successfully created this app over here. Now, after creating this app, we have to basically add this app to a Zoom account too. So we will just click on this add app now button, and as we click on it, here you can see this app is added. It is asking us for the authentication once, so we'll just select this option and click on allow. And as we click on allow, here you can see we have successfully added this app. We have created the app in Zoom app marketplace and added this app in our Zoom account. In this way, we have successfully connected our Zoom account with Pabbly Connect. Now, after making this connection, what we have to do, we will just click on this save and send test request button. And as we click on save and send test request button, you can see it is showing us waiting for response. This means Pabbly Connect is waiting to capture some response, some details from Zoom. So we have created the app and added a webhook URL for a new Zoom meeting registrant. So what we are going to do, I'll just go to this meeting registration page and we are going to enter the details of a new registrant. Let's say the name of the person is demo user. This is the email address. The city is, for example, Delhi. And this is a dummy phone number which we are adding. So just now we have entered the details of a dummy registrant. Let's click on register. As we click on register, here you can see this new registrant is added for our Zoom meeting. So in our Zoom account as well, if I go to the registration section of the meeting, one registrant is added. If I click on view, this is the same registrant and the date and time is also the same. Now we'll get back to a Pabbly Connect workflow, and here in trigger step you can see within few seconds we are going to capture the response of the same registration over here. So what we have to do, we just have to wait for a few seconds over here. And yes, here you can see that within few seconds we have received the response. And in this response, you will see the details of the exact same registration. We'll scroll down and here you can see the same phone number which we have added while adding the registrant while making the registration for the Zoom meeting on the registration page. Here you can see the same last name, we have the same first name, same email address, same city as well. This means the details of a new meeting registration from Zoom is received inside Pabbly Connect. And using this connection, using this trigger, you will get the registrant for each and every meeting from your Zoom account. So in my Zoom account, you can see I've created multiple meetings over here. Now, all the registration which are done for any of these meetings will be received inside Pabbly Connect. Now, if you want to add the registration for a specific meeting in SendGrid, in that case, you have to add a filter in this automation workflow. And we are going to add the filter on this object topic over here, on this meeting name over here. And if you want to add the registrant for all the Zoom meeting, like if a person will register for any of your Zoom meeting, you want to add them in SendGrid, you can basically ignore this filter step. But let me show you how you can set up a filter condition so that only the registrations for a specific meeting or webinar for Zoom can be added in SendGrid using this automation. To set up this filter condition, we will just scroll down, come to this Actions tab and select Filter Pabbly. After selecting Filter Pabbly, in Action Event, select Filter Values and click on Connect. After connecting it, here it is asking us to select the label. And here in this dropdown, you can see a list of all the responses of a new meeting registration which we have received from Zoom. Out of all of these responses, select this label of payload object topic. And after that, the filter type will be equals to, and in value, we have to enter the exact same name of the Zoom meeting for which we have created this automation. So this is the meeting basically for which I want to add the specific registration. So we have to enter the exact same name of the Zoom meeting over here. I'll just copy the name and paste it over here in front of filter value. So we are setting up a filter condition that if we get a Zoom meeting registration for this particular meeting, only in that case the automation workflow should be continued further. So after setting up this filter, just click on Save and Send Test Request and it is showing us the condition is true. This means because we have captured the response of a Zoom meeting registration for that particular meeting, the same meeting over here, that's why it is showing us the condition is true. Now, after setting up this filter, if we get the registration, if a user will register for any other meeting on our Zoom account, Zoom will send us the response of the registration, but using this automation, we are not going to add that registrant as contact in SendGrid. Now, after setting up the filter condition, let's move to the final step where we are going to add this registrant as a contact in our SendGrid account. For that, just click on this Add Action Step button over here and then here in Choose App, search for SendGrid. Just select it. After selecting SendGrid, in Action Event from the dropdown, select the action event as Add or Update Contact. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here we have to connect our SendGrid account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API key of our SendGrid account. Now you must be thinking how you can get this API key. So to get it, just go to your SendGrid account. From the left sidebar, go to Settings and select API keys over here. Here you can see a list of all the API keys which we have created, and to create a new one, click on this Create API Key button. Then just select Access as Full Access and give this API key a name. Let's say I'll name it as Zoom and click on Create and View Key. So here you can see the API key is generated. Let's copy the API key from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And after pasting the API key, just click on Save. And as we click on Save, here you can see our SendGrid account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, the first thing it asks us is the list. So in this dropdown, you can see a list of all the contacts list which we have created in our SendGrid account. So in my SendGrid account, if we go to the contact section, here you can see these are the contact list which we have created over here. So out of all of these contact lists which we have created in SendGrid, there is a list named as Zoom Registrants. So in this particular list, I want to add the Zoom Registrant as a contact. So from this drop down, we are going to select that particular list. If you want, you can basically select multiple lists as well. You can add the same contact in multiple contact lists using the same action. I've selected this particular list in which I want to create the contact. Then it is asking us for the email. So we have received the email address of the Zoom meeting registrant from Zoom in the trigger step. So now what we have to do, one by one, all the registrant details which we have received from Zoom in the trigger step, one by one, we have to basically send or map these details of the user to this SendGrid action step. And to add the responses from the trigger step to the action step, we are going to use a process called mapping. And the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field of email and here in this dropdown, you can see a list of all the responses from previous two steps. So from Zoom trigger step responses, we are going to select the response of the email address and it will be mapped. So in this way, whatever detail, whatever email address the registrant is going to enter on the registration page, the same details will be received inside Pabbly Connect, and using this Pabbly Connect automation, we are going to send the same details of the new contact or the registrant to SendGrid as well. After mapping the email, it is asking us for the alternate email, so we don't have it, and this field is also not mandatory. It is not marked as required. So we can just ignore this field for now. Then it is asking us for the first name. So we'll just click on this field, and once again we'll use the same process of mapping. From the drop down, select the response of first name and it will be mapped. And after that, here in last name from the drop down, we are going to select and map the response of last name. Then it is asking us for the unique name. We don't have it and we don't want to provide any unique name. We haven't received the address line 1 or address line 2 as well, so we can just ignore these two fields for now too. But here it comes the city. Just click on this field. We have received the response for the city. So from the registration page, we have received the city of the registrant and we are going to map it. Then we haven't received the state or the postal code country, so we can just ignore this field for now. In the phone number field, let's map the response of the phone number as well. And we haven't received WhatsApp line or Facebook links or numbers as well. So what we can do, we can just ignore this field for now. So in this way, all the details of a new registrant which we have received from Zoom Trigger step, one by one, we have mapped all of these details into this SendGrid action step into the respective fields. And after mapping all the details, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now, as we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we have received the response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the details which we have mapped over here, basically the user who has registered for our Zoom meeting on our Zoom registration page, the same registrant is now added as a contact in our SendGrid account as well. So let's check it. We'll go to SendGrid account, we'll go to the same contacts list, Zoom registrants. And yes, here you can see demo user with the same email address. The same person with the same email address is now added as a contact in SendGrid. Here you can see the same name, we have the same email address, and also we'll scroll down, you can see the same city and same phone number as well. So these are the same details which we have entered on our Zoom registration page, and the same person is now added as a contact in SendGrid. This means the automation workflow created inside Pabbly Connect between Zoom and SendGrid is working perfectly fine. Now after setting up this automation, we are going to test this automation workflow once again. I'll just open the registration page link and we are going to make another registration over here. This time we are going to change the details. Let's say the name of the person is test dummy. And this is the email address which we are entering, test1@pabblytudes.com. Now after that, the city is, for example, Mumbai, and then the phone number is this, another dummy phone number. After entering the details of this registrant, let's click on register button and this registrant will be added. So just now on our Zoom meeting, you can see we'll check the registration list and this new registrant is added over here, test dummy. And as a new registrant is received, you can see instantly within seconds, the same person will be added as a contact in SendGrid. So we'll just go to a SendGrid account, go to the contacts page and open the contact list once again. And yes, here you can see test1@pabblytudes.com. The same person with the same details, test dummy with the same email, same city and same phone number is added as a contact in SendGrid too. This means this automation is working perfectly fine and we have tested this automation in real time. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you'll find the clone link of this exact same automation workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can just clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can just do it for absolutely free.
So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, or if you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can always write us in the comment box below or email us at support@pabbly.com. Also, you can post your queries on our forum as well. And if you want to check the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.